Good evening, everyone. Another day of Zato. I don't remember where we left off. I think it was the end of a flashback. So, it's okay. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library for a walk, and then when it got dark, I headed home, day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes, albeit irregularly. She always vanished during breaks. I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say, "None of your business," if I did. She'd be right. Even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking from school, or to the store, or wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes. And as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Again and again. Walking and walking, praying and praying. Tsk. You assholes ever shut up? Huh? Ugh, this. Nobody saw Ira enter the class. Everyone was too busy whistling and laughing. Wow, and she caught me in a really dumb pose. Well, that's on me. I wouldn't have chosen Dare if I knew she'd see me like that. Though choosing truth when playing with these guys, I'm not sure what's worse. Oh well. I'm saying all this, but I got what was coming to me. I chose to embarrass myself, and as I did so, I kept begging, wishing as hard as I could for Ira to appear. And so she did. And now, despite the overwhelming shame, I feel so happy that I might explode. Ira walks to her desk, barely paying me a passing glance. All the boys skirt out of her way, only Garen doesn't. Move. Nah. What's the rush? Come play with us too. Huh? Dude, are you serious? Come on. Have some fun for a change. Look, Shabina's having fun. Right, Shabina? Please don't look. Yeah. See? Ira doesn't flinch. Out of my way. Or what, gonna throw a chair at me? To everyone's surprise, Ira calmly puts her bag on the nearest desk. She starts digging through it without saying a word. Garen lets out an awkward chuckle. What, got a grenade in there or something? She looks at him. What is... Whoa! Garen jumps back, bumping into another student. What the heck? Everyone shifts away. What was that, huh? What the hell? You... Something silvery shines in Ira's hand. It's a bow compass. Is that... You serious? She doesn't say anything. The room fills with low murmurs that quickly turn into jeers. Psycho, nutcase, crazy. Ira lowers the compass and makes her way to her desk, looking unbothered. It's just like that last time. Ira saves me without acknowledging my existence. Maybe some onlookers, no. Most people would think she didn't plan on helping me at all. And that's what I'm inclined to think as well. Yeah, my invisible heart is still elated, and I'm getting some really silly thoughts. The 2 times when Ira lashed out at Garen were the 2 times she saw him laughing at my expense. That can't be a coincidence, right? Well, maybe if it happened one more time. They say 3 times is too many of times for a coincidence. Of course it can. It was only 2 times. 2 times and weeks apart. You'd be an idiot to think otherwise. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's the only logical train of thought. I should agree. I would agree, if only... I didn't do anything really. If only Ira didn't show up that day. It's been 2 weeks since then and I haven't stopped replaying that moment in my head. Over and over and over and over and over. I didn't get sad about Ira ignoring me at school or anywhere anymore. Because in that moment, I got all the justification I could ask for. Well, when are we gonna start looking for her? Because all we're just talking about how she saved us. It was everything that I could have hoped for, but I'm still a very greedy person. It's still not good enough. Oh, we're on the streets. I still keep looking for her when I'm out. It's almost ridiculous how hard it can be to catch a person in a town this small. So at some point I started to wonder. I saw my classmates regularly just out and about, strolling along the main street, at the courtyards, at the community center, at the store, at the cafe. They weren't hard to run into, but it was as if Ira spent all of her free time at home, which could be the case, but didn't sound like something she would do. From what I heard and could assume, she didn't have the best relationship with her parents. Spending hours on end in a home like that every day, no, I really doubt that. The other, more probable option was that she preferred the outskirts. Maybe she didn't want to be bothered? That sounded like her. Hanging out in a cabin somewhere. Well, despite that being highly likely, I was hoping to do just that, bother the heck out of her. I felt almost brave about it. Ira could totally get pissed. She could push me away. She could even attack me. Whoa. But for some reason, I really don't think she would. My breath halted. Oh, hey. Hi. The vents near the research institute expel hot air. Nobody really goes here, aside from the staff coming out for a smoke. I never ran into any, but the ground here is littered with cigarette butts, so that's a safe bet in my book. Why is Erie here of all places? I'm kind of confused if this was before, it's still before she was missing. I think so. Again? How many times can you buy into stupid pranks? Yeah, this is probably before. They seriously sent you all the way here. What? No, I didn't get any letters after that. I'm just taking a stroll. A stroll? Here? Yeah. Okay. Eric gives me an incredulous look. Do you, like, smoke? No, I don't. Why? It's a smoking area. Yes. I know that. You want to try then? What? Smoking? Yeah, we don't got vapes. No, thank you. Okay. She shrugs, but awkward start. I can't let it end here. I need to just, and what about you, Ira? What about me? Why are you here? Were you at the institute? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. My mom works here. She forgets her lunch sometimes. Oh, you bring her lunch? That's what I said. That's so sweet. Eh? I mean, it's really nice you look out for your mom. It's whatever. It's not. I know it's not. With all I've heard about her family, the fact that she still goes out of her way like that, it's really amazing. The thought of doing something like that for my parents has never crossed my mind. I mean, if I were told to deliver something, I would. But Ira's different. She wouldn't do something just because she was ordered to. She'd have to really care about it. Crap. That proves it. Ira and I weren't cut from the same cloth. When I spend my days looking for excuses to stave off the minute I have to come home, Ira's cooking, packing lunch, and carrying it to the edge of the town. That goes against everything I've heard, but it makes so much sense. That's why I never see her on the street. That's why she doesn't have the time to sit at the cafe. That's why she doesn't idle away at the community center. That's why she's such a caring person. And why I'm such a piece of... Okay, how do we jump to that conclusion? No. She only said her mom forgets her lunch sometimes. Lunches are prepared in advance. It doesn't take long to get to the institute, even if you walk from the other side of the town. Is this her alter ego saying this? Or is this a third party? Yes, that's true. She still had plenty of spare time. This doesn't work. This explanation doesn't work. Oh, okay. Ira walks back into the building. Do I really need an explanation? It's none of my business. I'm not so delusional as to believe we're close enough to share something like that. That'd be nice, but it's not how things work. Things work like this. When Ira's in the room, Garen doesn't talk to me as much. When she isn't, I wish she would be. Your friend's not here today. Who? What do you think? Oh. She's not really my friend. Your pitbull, then. Pitbull? Oh, that's spot on. You can't make a harmless joke around that chick without her throwing a conniption fit. It's annoying. They think we're friends. Well, not really. It looks like they've picked up on it. On Ira reacting like to me being used as a laugh like that. What? On Ira reacting like that to me being used as a laughing stock. So it wasn't just me? It's not just my wishful thinking? So some cases she's like aware she's the laughing stock, but in others in other times she's like, yeah, today I walked with my friends and we all joked around and we had fun just like every other day. Haha, that's nice to hear, even if I still don't know for sure. It's the most comforting thing I've heard out of Garen's mouth to date. At least she barely shows up. Yeah, they'll probably kick her out before New Year's with that attendance record. Good riddance. That's right. You can't possibly be meeting the minimal attendance requirements. I don't know about her grades, but... Wait, I don't think they can expel her. Huh? Why not? We're the only school in town. Where else is she going to go? Damn. Good point. Phew. Well, her parents can just send her away. You mean to another town? Yeah. To a relative or something. No. Oh man, now that you say that. Everyone, pretend to be surprised when that happens. No. I hate how they're right. I hate that I can see that happening. Everyone talks about it. How Ira's a nuisance to her household. It's been like that for a long time. But still, she forgets her lunch sometimes. That can't happen, no. It can't. It's not fair. They can't send her away. She can't go. She's so nice. She cares. She does. Maybe not for me, but for her family. Why would they send her away? That's just too cruel. They can't do that. If they do, then it will all be over. My life will be over. If they do, then I won't have anything to live for. We just started. I don't know what. I can't even call it talking. I don't know what it is, but that doesn't matter. Even if she just tolerates me, even if she doesn't want anything to do with me, I don't care. This can't happen. This physically cannot happen. I raise my head and look out through the window. The snow is falling lightly on the yard. The dark pine branches sway under its weight. The long gray clouds glide placidly across the tundra. Or past the fences, past the mountain ridge, so far away that I can't picture it. So far away that my mind circles twice around the earth and comes back to the spot I'm sitting in. This world is way too gentle. It's been too kind to an ungrateful brat like me. I mean, if it's gentle, she'll be fine. But I guess without her, you won't be. So if I've earned this world's good graces, why can't a person so much deserving do the same? What does a person like that have to do? And is there anything that I could do? A bird flies past the window. Ira. What? I'm really using all of my luck these days. Ira sits smoking in the girls' bathroom just like she did when I first talked to her. Some snowflakes blow into the room and stick in her hair. It's gotten colder. Maybe you shouldn't sit so close. I know you don't like going to class as much, but you can really get kicked out like that. Is that why you came here? To tell me that? To lecture me? I know that. I'm not stupid. I don't think you are. Do you just really not care? Everyone says that you'll get sent away. But your parents will send you to live with a relative. Is that true? Probably, yeah. Of course it's true. I knew it was true when I asked the question. Maybe if you just cleaned up, if you stop sleeping now, then maybe you won't have to go. And if you're having a hard time with studies, I can help. We could go to the library or something, and then there's 1 month left. It's not gonna work. I get it. My voice is shaking. It's better if I keep staring at my shoes. It's okay. That's about what I expected. Of course, I know it's pointless to cram at this point. It was just an excuse. A selfish ploy to get some scraps of Ira's time before she goes. I wonder, did I do the same when Tasya moved away? It's only been 3 years, but now that I think back to it, it's also hazy. I was a very different person then, I'm sure. At least, I probably didn't humiliate myself like this. Hey. Thanks. No, I didn't do anything. It was a dumb suggestion. It was nice of you. Nice, right? She doesn't know. She thinks I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. It's just not fair. She really is too good of a person. Are you not going to the toilet? Oh, actually, since you're here, have you seen anyone hiding a diary nearby? A diary? Yes. You know, the one we use for classes. Maybe you've seen something like that lying around? Ira's expression darkens. Don't worry, we were just playing a game. I guess the guys got a little carried away. I checked the whole class in the corridors. It's probably somewhere really obvious, but I'm just no good at that kind of stuff. When I hid Igor's pencil case, they found it right away. She throws a cigarette butt out of the window and hops off the windowsill. Without saying a word, Ira storms past me, but I grab onto the edge of her dress just as she's about to leave. Wait. I said it's fine. We were playing a game. Really. Please. Don't get into more trouble because of me. I wasn't going to. Huh? I have an idea where it is. It was Garen, right? No, Shirikawa. Same difference. She walks out of the corridor. I tag behind. I'm not sure what place Ira has in mind, but it becomes immediately clear when she makes a sharp turn to the right. Wait, seriously? She swings open the door to the boys' restroom and loudly marches in. Some poor guy tumbles out, almost colliding with me. Sorry. We're sorry. He turns and shakes his head at me in disbelief. I mean, what's there to say? I follow Ira to the bathroom. Ugh, the smell is so much worse than this one. I look around and see Ira's hand reaching above one of the stalls. Oh, there it is. My diary. Right by the tiny window at the top. Ira steps on the toilet bowl. Please be careful. I'm fine. She grabs onto the flush tank secured way above. Then, using it as an anchor, she reaches for the windowsill. Catch. I clasp the diary in my hands. It's really been here all along. I look up at Ira, who's now awkwardly trying to get down. Wow, thank you. Yeah. Oh. What? Ira almost loses her balance but jumps just in time. The bowl makes a loud clang as she hops off. Whoa. You okay? Yeah, let's get out of here. You think it's broken? No, I didn't see anything. Huh? But why would I be in a men's toilet? Gross. I see. Thank you again. How did you know it would be in the boys' room? You think Shurik would go into the ladies' room? No, I suspected they put it there. I just didn't have the courage to enter. Can't keep doing this. I know. I should have checked there from the start, instead of running around the whole school like a... No, you can't keep going along with it. It was just a game. Why do you live like this, Shubina? It wasn't. No, really. We were just playing around. Bullshit. You know damn well what they're doing. They're not your friends. I never said they were. Why don't you tell them to piss off? For once in your life. I can't. You like being a victim that much? It won't get any better if you keep doing this. It'll only get worse. It's not that bad. And I wouldn't... I can't. I can't just say something like that to them. I'm sorry. Why the hell not? Well, it wouldn't be right, and... It's not like I never tried it before. When I say something, they just make fun of me. And nothing changes. So freaking what? Who cares what they say? Just don't bother with them. I'm not like you. I can't just do that. I can't act like I don't care when everybody's laughing. I can't look people in the eye like that. And when I go along with it, at least they talk to me. And I know you're okay on your own, but I... So what's your plan? Huh? That's it? You're gonna spend the next 3 years like that? Seriously. She exhales sharply. She doesn't even look annoyed anymore. I get that. I'm also disappointed in myself. Asya. Yes? You know I'm leaving soon. That's right. I understand what she's getting at. That unspoken rule Garrett and his friends have been sticking to. Holding themselves back when Ira's around. The real cowardly reason I'm so terrified of her going away. I don't know what to do. Why can't I stop? The hand she's been dealt is so much worse than mine. But here I am, whining and clinging to her like a leech. I should be the one helping. I should be the one telling Ira to get her act together. And yet, I can't think of a single thing to give her. Write me a poem. What? A poem? Why? What kind of question is that? Because I liked them. Oh, really? You like them? You like my poems? Why else would I ask? That's... Thank you very much. I mean, of course. I'll write one. Do you want it to be about something, or maybe in a specific meter? I don't care. Anything. Alright. I'll think of something then. I'll try. Yeah, you do that. Ira checks her wristwatch. I gotta go. See you around, I guess. Already? Yeah, alright. See you around. She waves her hand and leaves. I watch her walking down the empty corridor. I really stayed in school for way too long. The shadows stretch along the hallway, tall and dark. My heart is pounding. Doki doki. I should get going too. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library, or for a walk, and then, when it got dark, I headed home, day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes. She vanished during breaks. I never asked her where to. I kept imagining scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking home from school, or to the store, or just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira and kept repeating this part of the story again and again. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes, but then I started getting deja vu, acting like I've done this before, until it was time for Ira to actually leave. And as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Oh, you're new. Oh? Ira, hi. What are you doing here? Ira points at her cigarette. Oh no, I mean, what are you doing at the center? Came to return some books. Oh, so you go to the library. What were you reading? Stuff. You don't want to say. You won't like it. Huh? Why not? Ira looks like she's really weighing down the pros and cons of exposing me to her taste in literature. Did she read something she shouldn't? Maybe she thinks it's too dark or crass for someone like me. That's kind of unfair though, isn't it? The other week I finished The Plague by Camus. Never read it. It's about a physician trying to save a town from an epidemic. It's very visceral. I enjoyed it a lot. Not sure I agree with the message though. Yeah? What was it? It was, basically it's that evil is an inherent part of life. You can try warding it off, but it'll never be gone for good. Even if you do good things in times of crisis, there will always be some greater force spiking your guns. Yeah, sounds about right. Huh? I guess there are some okay people in the world, but there's a lot more dirtbags. Really? That's a pretty depressing way to look at it. That's how it is. I don't know if I agree. At least, I've never met someone I'd call a dirtbag. You serious? Garen's right there. Garen? Well, he's not that bad. Uh-huh. Really, I don't think he means it. I'm sure everyone is trying the best they can. Most people wouldn't want to cause anyone pain, right? I think that's something Camus and I can agree on. Yeah, right. If everyone's so nice, where's all that greater evil coming from? You think it's some natural phenomenon? No, of course not. There are things we perceive as painful in the moment, and there are really horrible, awful things happening every day. But I don't think it's right to call them evil. Evil's intentional. Those things don't come from bad intentions. Sadness, loneliness, misunderstanding, fear. But not evil. There's this famous judge, Dionysus, something. From ancient Greece, I think? Anyway, he said, evil is not a being, or if it were, it wouldn't be totally evil. Evil has no place among being. Okay, so... Was that like a Vine Boom sound effect? What was that? What? That's a rather extreme example, but it's not like he was born that way, was he? I mean, it wasn't his natural quality, I don't think. So, the point still stands. He grew up and became evil as hell. Evil exists. It's freaking everywhere. Just because there's a reason for it doesn't make it better. Yeah, of course not. I just don't like when it's described as something omnipresent. Omni what? It's like everywhere all at once. You know that movie? With the stones and the googly eyes? Doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, we aren't born with some evil big force inside us. I doubt the universe is any different. What? The universe isn't a person. Of course it's different. Well, yes, it's not. I know that. But it's a kind of being, right? Like it's there. I mean, since every being is pure by default, so is the universe. Is it? Because it's the idea of being itself, right? And, I'm not making sense, am I? You're not. Sorry. It's whatever. About what I'd expect. What does that mean? You're weird. You say weird things. Oh. For a second I feel a lump rising in my throat, but then I realize something. Ira doesn't look annoyed with me. In fact, it's like she's not repulsed by me at all. I don't really get it, but it must be nice being able to think that way. Like everyone's good deep down. Like nobody would ever hurt someone on purpose. That's a sweet world you're living in. How do you do it? If I were you, I'd be angry as hell. Aren't you pretty angry already? Angrier. Well, even angrier. Yes. I'd be 100 times as pissed. Scary. You bet. I imagine Ira throwing 100 chairs. 100 chairs flying towards 100 Garens. Chairs flying. Bow compasses swinging. It's like there is like a Buena Vista. Dozens of hands, half are for, a halo of chairs and compasses. I accidentally skipped that one. A halo drawn with a compass. Every new compass draws another halo. 100 times more compasses, 100 times more halos. You're surrounded by 100 halos. We talk for a little while longer. I can't read. Just idle chatter while she finishes her smoke. I told her about some of the books I've recently read. My impressions, my interpretations. I'm not exactly used to sharing those, so I thought it'd come out something dumb and crumpled. She keeps listening, though. And every time I say something, I search Ira's face for signs of boredom. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I can't find anything of the sort. Oh jeez. I feel so happy I might die. I gotta go. She puts out her cigarette bud. Oh, really? Yeah, plans. I understand. But, some of those novels sounded kinda interesting. I'll check them out if I don't forget. Really? Please let me know if you do. And, sorry for that stupid philosophy talk. Can you shut up with the freaking apologies? I just said thanks. Oh, Ira gives me a look so threatening I cut myself off. Right, I hope you enjoy them? She nods in approval. Yeah. Oh, and the books I read. They were, yes? Angelique. Eh? By Anne Golan. Angelique? The romance series? Yeah, it's historical. It's not just a lovey-dovey stuff, you know. I know, my mom really liked them. They seem wonderful. I never got to reading them, and I didn't really expect you to be into. They're fine. It's not like I'm a huge fan or anything. You're not? It's just that if you want to read something historical or whatever, they're alright. Okay. I'll remember that. Ira looks like she's about to say something else, but then turns on her heels and stomps away. You pushed her buttons, and she went tsundere mode. See you. Yeah, see you around. Ira disappears down the street. There she goes again. And so does the end of this episode. I will stop here for today. And as always, thank you for joining me.